One of the most heartbreaking aspects of the trip was visiting the Nova Music Festival Memorial, honoring those murdered by Hamas terrorists on October 7th. It was a brutal and horrifying massacre by thousands of Hamas-led terrorists, including civilians, who launched a widespread ambush into southern Israel. The assault at the festival left 360 dead, with over 40 taken hostage.
So here we are, we're in a place called Nova, and Nova is the concert that was taking place with, how many young people were here?
4,000.
4,000 young people, and the 4,000 young people were here to celebrate peace. This wasn't a military action, this wasn't a political action. These were young people here singing and dancing and celebrating peace. And then all of a sudden they started hearing rockets go off, and we've talked to survivors, and all of a sudden they started seeing bullets hitting people around them, and these people began to run. They were hiding in toilets, they were jumping in food refrigerators, because all of a sudden these butchers were here just indiscriminately murdering everyone they could. There were many of them hiding in some mobile bomb shelters that were here, 50 in one little bomb shelter, and these butchers would throw hand grenades in there, and when they would blow them up, then they would come in and shoot them. And so all these faces that you see here are people that died just coming to sing and dance and celebrate life. And they died in the hands of butchers. And so when we hear people talking about, oh, the poor Palestinians, and let me say this, Shmulik, and this is true. The first wave that came in butchering people were Hamas military. Yep. How many of those were there?
3,000.
3,000.
3,000.
And then the next wave were civilians.
Yeah.
And there were 1,500?
Correct.
1,500. And from every survivor we talked to said the civilian wave was just as brutal, just as cruel as the first wave that came in. And so I'm really sick of hearing on the media, and whether it's America or Australia or Europe, I'm really sick about hearing about the poor civilians in Gaza.
Yeah.
What about the 134 hostages that are still there? What about how many died here?
400.
400. How many were taken hostage from here?
60.
Another 70, 60, 70?
Yeah.
What about them? It's time for our government and every religious leader to speak up and say, we are standing with the nation of Israel. Number one, let those hostages go. They are not prisoners of war. Babies and elderly and children and young girls are not prisoners of war. They are hostages held by terrorists. Number two, Israel does not have to step down. Israel has every right to defeat this enemy, and every right and every obligation to make sure it never happens again.
Yeah.
The war of terror against Israel is still raging, and the Jewish people are still in a life and death struggle against enemies like Hamas, Hezbollah, and Iran. In addition, anti-Semitism and hatred are on the rise globally like never before. Pastor Larry is calling on Christians everywhere to take a stand for Israel. And just for calling in today to voice your support, we'll send you this lapel pin featuring the flags of both the United States and Israel. It is an outward symbol of your support and a real conversation starter when worn. Again, it's yours free just for calling in to express your love for Israel and the Jewish people. We're also asking those who are able to join us in supporting the critical humanitarian effort taking place. With your offering of any size, we can continue to provide critical assistance to Jewish communities around Gaza that have been devastated. Villages there are completely destroyed, and our friends in Israel's government agencies are asking for more support for food, clothing, and relocation assistance. Communities in both the South and the North need more ambulances and mobile bomb shelters to counter the terrorist threats. There is also a dramatic increase in requests to make Aliyah because of the persecution, harassment, and threats being made by pro-Hamas supporters throughout the world. With your offering of any size today, we'll also send you this unique U.S. and Israel unity flag. It displays the verse from Isaiah 61, "For Zion's sake I will not keep silent, and for Jerusalem's sake I will not rest." It's an ideal reminder to you, your family, and neighbors that you are 100% pro-Israel and stand in solidarity with the Jewish people. Whether you can donate $25, $250, $2,500, or even more, it will go immediately to bless those suffering from tremendous loss. So please take a moment right now and call our ministry at 800-978-8546 and do the very best you can. You can also go online and donate at larryhuch.tv. Or, if you prefer, you can mail your gift to our ministry address on the screen. Now, you can even donate by texting the word Israel along with your gift amount to 28950. However, the fastest way to be a blessing is to call today at 800-978-8546. We can't thank you enough for providing assistance to those who need it most and for taking a stand at this critical moment in history. We are praying that God's promise to bless those who bless Israel will continue to manifest in your life, health, family, finances, and future. Thank you again.
We have to be people that will stand up for this country, because they're not fighting an evil just for Israel. They're fighting an evil for all of us. So I want to encourage you, whoever you are, a politician, a religious leader, a civilian, stand up and speak up for the people of Israel. Because as Hamas said, and we showed it, Hamas said, when we're done with the children of Saturday, we're coming for the children of Sunday. Israel's fighting for all of us, and we're going to stand up and fight for Israel.
And Pastor Larry, I want to add, if you look at the faces of the youngster over here, it's heartbreaking. All of them. If you look on the faces, the average age is between 17 to 22. People who didn't even start their life.
Yeah.
Didn't got the chance to marry, to build their own family. They were so young, and it's so sad. The world must understand. Hamas, like you said, didn't come to attack soldiers.
No.
They came to attack civilians.
Yeah.
In what can only be termed a divine appointment, Pastor Larry met Israel's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Israel Katz, who was also there paying his respects to those killed on October 7th.
We don't want people to forget what happened here on October 7th and why Israel needs to do what it does. Nobody should interfere.
We need to eliminate Hamas and bring back our hostages, all.
And we will do everything, sir, to keep that in front of people and make sure it happens.
Thank you very much.
God bless you. Good to see you.